Hey guys, real quick, PSN, it's down. It's not, can't do anything down, but a lot of your major stuff is not working. That wasn't Sony, that was Darth Vader telling me someone's live on Twitch. I promise. Fucking weird. Uh, anyway, PSN is not working so. It's an email notification telling me someone's live on Twitch. So that should tell you. And the person that went live is a fellow MVP. It's Bieberg Steve. Hi, Steve. So obviously, not all connectivity is lost. Like there's some reports of friends lists going disappearing, trophy syncing not working. I've actually encountered you can't connect to parties, you can't connect to trophy synchronization, things like that. And it's affecting other things too. Like I can't log into Blacklight because I can't authenticate with the PSN. Can't connect to the Ubisoft servers. Now I don't know if that's Ubisoft only or Ubisoft and PSN. I'm gonna guess it's PSN. Look, shit happens. It's the day after Christmas, which is weird for me to metabolize, but it's the day after Christmas. You know, a bunch of people got their PS4s for the first time. Some people got PS3s and PS Vitas for the first time. And you're talking about downloading system updates and game updates and digital game downloads and all kinds of stuff. And that taxes the servers. It's gonna affect the bottleneck. It's gonna affect all kinds of stuff. I've looked online and Microsoft's having similar issues. I don't know the level which is affecting people because I really don't know anybody that has an Xbox One, and I don't associate with too many people that play Xbox 360 online a lot. Like most of my Xbox 360 friends weren't really avid online gamers. They were real life friends that liked when they did play, they wanted to play with me kind of thing. So it's not like I'm reaching out to a lot of friends and they're telling me this or that. I'm going strictly off of what I can read off the internet. So it's not entirely accurate. But, you know, people tend to freak out when this sort of thing happens. And I'm not going to sit here and be an apologist. Like, it's understandable. I'm pretty pissed off because I just beat Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. The trophies haven't synced to my knowledge. And I have a ridiculous amount of in-game money to retrieve from the Kenway's Fleet side game in there, because I could be spending my time right now going through, you know, spoilers, after you beat the game, you still get to go around the world and finish everything else out, which is really cool. I can't even do that because of the fact that I want to upgrade a few things before I go out in the world, because I'm going to go right after legendary ships and mana wars and things that I need to upgrade certain weapons and things like that. I can't even claim the money that I've won in those side games because I can't connect to the server. And it pisses me off. Is it the end of my world? No, it shouldn't be the end of anybody's world. 1 day, 2 days, you know, it's a bit much. But this is the first real impact any of the PSN flubs have affected me at all. And I've been, you know, with PS4 since launch. I've been with Vita for 3 months now, and PS3 I got back in June. And there's been hiccups here and there. Every network has hiccups. Microsoft's just a lot better at hiding them than Sony is. Sony just kind of lets them be, tries to deal with customers directly when they can. But the thing about Sony that I've noticed is that they never say anything unless they have facts to give you, saying, we know this, and this isn't working. We are working on this, and this. You know, like right now on the Twitter for Ask PlayStation, they're saying, we know there are some things that are going on, we're investigating. In other words, we want to know what the cause is before we tell you what we're planning to do to fix it. So it's frustrating for some people that they're not more forthright or whatever the case may be. I get it. Pain in the ass. But it is what it is. Should the network be down at all? Not really. It shouldn't be. But we're talking about the best-selling console in history. We're talking about launch window of that. US, UK, Europe, and then you've got the second wave, of course, with those particular territories for Christmas, people that they were paid for, but they didn't receive them and hook them up and everything else. And then I believe India just launched as well. And then you're going to be getting Japan here in about a month, and we're probably going to see something similar. My point being is this. When everything's launched, everyone's got their updates and they got their games and everything else, I think you're going to see everything smooth out very quickly. Because not only are we talking about launches and bottlenecks, you've got to optimize. There's only so much you can test. There's no way to simulate a test for 2.5 million people. And that's just going off of North America and Europe alone. Okay? There's no way to do that. You can't test for that. So when you're in that realm, it's like, well, then you're working overtime, not only to keep things up for what you already have, but then to optimize off of that. And it's like robbing Peter to pay Paul with what they're trying to accomplish. And it's a big, growing pain in the ass. But it is growing first. So if this kind of thing is still happening, 30 days out from the last major territory launch, which is Japan, I'll be really angry. But right now, it's like, well, it's kind of par for the course. Holiday season, major launches in all the territories that are still going on, and so forth. I realize that the people that subscribe to my channel probably already understand this, but this is more kind of if you happen by it kind of thing. Look, there's some things I can't access. I don't like it any more than you do, but it will be fixed. It'll be fixed. And if it isn't, I'll be the first one there with torches and pitchforks. Although I do not see it coming to that at all. So I advise you to play every game that you can play offline, which is frankly most of them. And if the PS4 is not doing your thing and you've got a PS3 or a Vita, play on those. After I finish this video, I'm going to go check and see if there's connectivity for the stuff that I want to do. And if there isn't, I just got a couple of Vita games from PlayStation Plus, like Sonic Racing, I'm going to do. So, again, what do you do when you're not gaming? Go do that, I went back to work for the first time today after the holiday, and all I could think about was getting home, because I knew I was like this close to finishing Black Flag. And I did. And then I played the Aveline miniature campaign, which is about maybe an hour. But it was free. It came with my pre-order, and it was a lot of fun. It was no nonsense, great mission, a lot of fun. Did that, watched some YouTube videos, and thought, I'll upload something just to kind of say, hey, you're not the only person experiencing it. It is happening. It appears to be, being addressed, but it's going to take some time. Everyone that signed on for any launch console should do so with the understanding that there's going to be hiccups. I used to be a guy, I didn't buy anything at launch. This is the very first console I've bought day one. Everything else I waited because of this sort of thing. There's going to be things to smooth out. And there are a lot of people that they're in the same boat. Whether it's they never bought launch before because they know there's things to smooth out, or they just didn't have the opportunity or whatever. And another thing to consider too, and this is a big one for me, there's a large portion of the user base for the PS4, I think, that frankly may have been born when the PS3 launched. or right before that, and just didn't have a frame of reference, so they're like early teens and they're not really used to any of this stuff. They haven't lived through it. It's not to cut anybody younger, but it's just their frame of reference, their perspective is different. So they go, "What? Why is it?" I totally understand the frustration, but patience, young Padawans. It's gonna get fixed. And this time in a month, 2 months, we won't even be thinking about it. Unless you're a troll. And if you're a troll, bye-bye. That's all, guys. Just want to let you know that even-keeled nice guy grindhead Jim, mildly pissed off, but I'm not going to rage on anything. I'm still having a good time, and I suggest you do the same. Keep grinding, guys.